Hello, this is Joe. Just clearing out my cards, taking the family, mother, brother, sister thing, all that's out so I can do this energy reading. Another one, of course. This energy reading is going to be informative, hopefully. This energy reading will be pertaining to China and its military prowess. What to expect in the future. Current to future energy. Emperor and or king will denote China. Empress and or queen will denote the States of America, because we are not united. So this again, China, emperor and or king to denote China, empress and or queen to denote the United States. Spirit, give me the energy of China's military, current to future, what to expect. This will be a Celtic cross, a little improvised. I've actually removed the near future and just do the future. And hopefully I don't talk too much. I can get this done in under 30 minutes. I know it's getting kind of hectic to expect someone to sit down for 45 minutes or an hour to listen to something that is entertainment. So Spirit, at this time, again, I ask for the military might, current to future, for China. China denoted as emperor and or king, and the States of America denoted as empress and or queen. Current to future might, China. I ask Spirit you bind any negative and or positive energy, clear the space so that the reading, the true energy of the reading, can be conveyed via the words, which are energy, spoken and or thought. There's a vibrational frequency when words are spoken and or thought, which is picked up by the universe, the cosmos. I am vibrating at a high frequency of love, care, and concern. Love cannot exist where there is no discipline. Likewise, I call on the assistance of my ancestors. You know who you are. I am also opening my chakras to help disseminate the energy. I envision myself as energy, which I believe that we all are, underneath and inside of this vessel. Positive and negative only determined by intention. Otherwise, energy is just energy, non-polar. One last time, Spirit, give me the energy. China, emperor and or king. Military might. The States of America denoted as empress and or queen. Current to future energy. Foundation. Foundation is the devil for China's military, current to future. I'm guessing it can be viewed as the devil. Restrictions, restricted, bound to a situation. Their military might, we're going to have to clarify that, because I personally don't see why, but then again, you're talking to someone that got Chinese written on their arm. I'm 48. I got this done darn near 30 years ago. And yes, it is outlined in red. Current energy, China, to future. I'm going to leave that like it is. But this is my jail card. The orange actually spells out jail. Jail. This stands for restrictions, law, legal issues, and everything. But it also can stand for confinement. Not quite sure what that is. The challenge for China. It's a thief. Time, money, copycats. Subconscious, China, military might, current to future. Leap of faith for a fresh new start. The past, their military might, balance and healing. The future, military might, China. Whoo-hoo, you see it. Sound the horn, judgment. They've had a great teacher, United States. Internal influence for China's might, current to future. Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. Internal influence, water. This is denoting to me like Navy. Something to worry about. External. Underworld. External influence to China's military might is the underworld, not necessarily meaning the cartel or the mafia, but we do know that China has their own underworld too, right? Hope and fear. Military might. China, current to future. A coming together. I'm not going to say a marriage, but a coming together. And the outcome. Keep it face down. So what we're going to do, we're going to attack with this devil energy, which is the foundation for China's military might. Patience. Four devils, lust, envy, hate, jealousy. Six of Wands, recognition and or acknowledgement. Empath. Wow, what does that mean? So the foundation of China's military, current to future, is built on a devil energy, one of restricting or under restriction, placing restrictions, or being bound to a situation. This is clarified. This devil energy is clarified by devil energy, restrictions, restricted, under restrictions, bonded to a situation, clarified of patience. China has been bonded to a situation, exhibiting patience, surrounding the four devils. What I think probably be pertinent here is hate and jealousy and envy. Patient, dealing with envy, hate, and jealousy, surrounding the recognition or acknowledgement Empath is someone that deals with other people and their emotions. They put other people first. So I'm looking at their foundation, military might, restricted, under restrictions, bonded to a situation that requires them to be patient presently because of envy, hate, and jealousy surrounding the recognition or acknowledgement of an empath. I'm going to tell you what I'm thinking. In a sick, perverse way, I want to call attention back to the balloons that were found floating over America, and America, the states of America, eventually shot them down. What I want to draw attention to is that this foundation, it seems personal. Cut through the chase, it appears, or at least I'm picking up that everything that's going on right now, China evolving to the beast that it is militarily, the balloons over America, not once, not twice, several different times, like they're looking for something in America, like there's a game that's being played, and they may be looking for someone in America that may have the energy of an emperor. I was just to put that out there. But their military might, as this says right here, is restricted, under restrictions, bonded to a situation requiring China to be patient, dealing with envy, hate, and jealousy because of the recognition of an empath, someone that puts other people ahead of themselves. There's recognition. 6 is growth. 6 of 1 and 4. 6 and 8 is 14. 1 and 4 is 5. 5 is challenge. A challenge to their growth is the recognition, the patience and recognition of them identifying an empath in a sick way, as I stated before. The balloons over America. What are they? Is this a global game? This twin flame crap? Anyway, their present energy, their foundation is built on restrictions, or the energy of being restricted and bonded to a situation. I'm trying to get to what that situation is, and all it's saying is it's alluding to envy, hate, and jealousy surrounding the recognition of an empath. I don't know if that's good or bad. Let me drop one more card. Let me see if they say it's good or bad. A recognition of an empath and a wheel of fortune. Karma, a turning of the wheel, a new cycle. I don't know what that means, but that's the foundation at this present time. Devil energy, as far as China's military might, current to future energy. I'm going to do this internal influence, which is a Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, water energy. I kind of take that as their navy. After looking at a YouTube video of them building their second, acquiring, having in their possession 2 aircraft carriers now. One they got from, they said, Ukraine, the other one they built. The internal influence of the military might of China, current to future. mind control, influence, 360-degree view of perception, Hierophant, group, identity, religion, high priest, high priestess, intuitive, higher knowledge. So what I get out of this, the influence for China establishing the might of their military currently to future. I'm going to break this down. Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. Cancer itself is an abundance of resources gathered in one place. Pisces, water, I think of fish, Pisces fish, resources, a gathering of resources by fishing, and Scorpio deal with endings, contracts to end something or someone. A gathering of resources, fishing for contracts or the ability to end something or someone. This is their internal influence. They are gathering their resources. Mind control, also synonymous with influence, gathering their resources to influence or help the influence a 360-degree view of how the world views them. Gathering their resources, Cancer, Pisces, fishing for contracts to end the influence of what the world views them as. Something dealing as a group, as a country, Hierophant, group, religion. This has to probably deal with their government. And them being intuitive, was that word, of the future. Forethought, something like that, and having higher knowledge. So where do I get their internal influence is to gather the resources to fish for contracts, fish for information, to bring an end to the influence, maybe negative, maybe positive, whatever it may be, by getting a 360-degree view, perception, how they want the world to view them as a country, as a government, by being intuitive and having higher knowledge. Gathering resources, fishing for any type of contract, agreement, fishing for contract, gathering resources, fishing for any type of agreements or contract, statements that would influence how they're viewed 360 degrees, how they're viewed on this earth as a country, as a government, by being intuitive and having higher knowledge. 20 minutes, 2 cards. Okay, I'm going to speed through this and I'm going to drop one on each and move it. The subconscious, China, energy, current to future, military might. Start dropping them on there. 1, 2, 3. Leap of faith. On their subconscious, take a leap of faith. Clarified by lies, plots, and deceit, perhaps concerning the government that they run, dealing with situations like the Uyghurs, if I'm saying that correct, what's going on with them, the Muslim people in their country. I'm gonna let that be like that. 1, 2, 3. In the past, there was balance and healing in China, clarified by isolation, loss and worry. They were going through some things. I think this loss and worry was pertaining to the COVID, which had initially began there. So the past, they had to deal with balance and healing as a result of isolation. Yeah, they were in isolation. And the creation of loss and worry pertaining to, I believe, COVID going worldwide. The external influence, their underworld, whatever their mafias or cartels go, the name they have, and there's an energy of justice, fairness, cause and effect. So their external influence for their military might, current to future, has some bearing or some influence from the underworld. These are the guys that do the bad things in society. And if they have a say-so over there in that country being communist, you can only imagine the say-so an organization or organizations like this would have in our country, and we're the opposite government. So they deal with their underworld, we deal with our underworld. And both need to know this, not just China. There's justice dealing with the underworld. Full stop. Don't need to explain no more else. No more else. I don't need to explain anything else. Hope and fear around China's military might, current to future, coming together, student and teacher. Now, I'm going to say this. Student and teacher. This is part of my 6 stages of energetic levels of development. Narcissist 1, empath 2, student teacher 3, teacher student 4, master 5, and 6 is the opposite of a master, but yet a dark master utilizing everything they've learned through these energetic levels of development to do it and apply it negatively. This here, I mentioned, I don't know if you heard, that a lot of what China is doing, it's almost simple. It's like textbook to me. Everything China is doing, America did before them. America has been China's teacher. The way that China, as they've stated, the way that America has treated people of color for so long has been watched by not just the world, but China's paid attention. The way that they are treating the Muslims over in China is similar to the way America has handled and dealt with the African American community. So this card, the hope and fear, is a coming together. This is China, current to future. Their hope and fear is not marriage, this 10 of Cups, but a coming together of a student and teacher. Who is the student teacher? This is America and China coming together. The student, China, coming together with the teacher, America. That's a hope and fear. Outcome, okay, future energy, judgment. Judgment because of what? The energy of China, current to future, military might. There's an energy of judgment, an inner calling, clarified by an antagonist. Someone that has an energy that has gone against everything that, energy that's not fell in line with the program, pretty much. And because of that, there's judgment. This is in the future for China. Whether this judgment is upon China or China, this is China's reading, sees that judgment should occur to the antagonist, someone that has gone against everything to have things go their way. I wonder who that is. The main energy, jail. This here, jail, this does say jail. J, A right there, the I next, and the L on the end. Jail, legal issues, in and out of jail, dealings with law enforcement, run-ins, whatever. This is the current energy for China, current to future, with their military might. Now, this jail energy or law enforcement or legal issues, whatever, I am going to take it that this is going to be running along the lines of dealing with NATO and NATO countries. China's actually walking a fine line because China wants to take America's place as the spear or the tip of the spear for NATO. So they're tiptoeing around right now dealing with Russia and this war with Ukraine. China can end it. China can end that war. The fact that it's dragging on the way it is for a purpose. Let me clarify this. This energy, jail, legal issues, probably dealing with NATO, government. I don't need to go any further than that. Current energy. And I've not seen an emperor, I've not seen a king, I've not seen an empress, I've not seen a queen. So this is all China. Their current energy, they're feeling restricted as far as their military might. They have the military might, but they have it under lock and key. That is clarified by who has it under lock and key? The government. China has it. China has it. Everything is about diplomacy right now. The challenge to this feeling restricted, militarily, China is the challenge of a thief. Thief is time, money, or a copycat. 1, 2, 3. Foresight. Okay, I just spoke moments earlier that everything that China is doing currently, they learned it from America. The way America has been dealing with its people of color is the way that China is dealing with its Muslims. For that purpose, the challenge to these restrictions, this jail main energy, is no other country on this earth. China's main challenge is themselves, because they've copycatted America. And that's clarified by foresight. So it was kind of the way I'm picking this up. They knew that they would reach this, as I would term, impasse at this particular time, where they could become the tip of the spear, the head of NATO, but they knew that they were going to have to confront America, who they've been watching under a microscope. Point being, you can go back on YouTube or any news, you will hear a Chinese dignitary or whatever mention how America treats its people of color. That right there should be a sign that they've paid attention. not only have they paid attention, they've watched America as a student watches a teacher. The way that they are treating their Muslims in their country is as a result of what they have viewed America in their treatment of people of color. America needs to pat themselves on the back for getting another another country to emulate them in oppressing a specific people for a purpose. Outcome. Current energy. China. To future energy. Dealing with their military might. This is what they want. As the states of America wanted to be the law enforcement on this globe, this is what China wants. They want the states of America spot. They want to be the global law enforcement. Let's clarify that. To clarify this, let me get these that I put on the side and I'm going to shuffle them in there. I didn't know that was going to be there, but I'm not shocked. I did know that's what they wanted. As I stated before we got to the outcome, they want America's spot. They want the tip of the spear for NATO. And America is about to lose it unless America changes their game plan. Real simple. I had mentioned before, America needs to not take money from the FDIC, which is an outside organization that's moonlighting like it's the federal government. It's not the feds. We need to stop taking money from the FDIC. We need to stop using currency within our borders. And we need to start selling products and services the same way China became who they are right now. China shut down the country, and the only way you can get anything from China is online, whatever. They were shipping stuff left and right. That's what they were doing with those million people that are Muslims. They got them people in internment camps, forced labor. So, if there's anything, the teacher becomes the student. The United States becomes a student of its one-time student. And the way to do that, as I'm thinking, American dollar, it's a wrap. The only people need to be worried about money is the government. The government itself of the states of America. People within the borders of the U.S. do not need to spend a dime for anything and start to sell our products and services the same way China became who they are right now. Start selling products and services abroad. Let the government worry about the money aspect, but within the borders, we don't worry about food, we don't worry about gas, we don't worry about living. We just do what we have to do based upon our gift, providing services and products that we sell outside the country. The government becomes a bank. Or we can continue to try and compete against, obviously, China's military might. And this is something I stated before. China wants every Asian country up under their belt. America cannot deal with something like that. That's what they're trying to do. You know what? I don't even have to go no further than this now. The outcome, current energy to future energy, China, military might. They want to be this Earth's law enforcement. They want to take America's spot, the tip of the spear in NATO. Why? Judgment. They feel they can do it better than America. They follow everything that America has done, even down to the way that they've treated their own citizens. As I stated, that is the reason why they are treating those Muslims in their country the way that they are. Those Muslims are in internment camps, turning out all these cheap products. What was it? Wish. Now it's Temu, T-E-M-U. I'm looking at the prices. How do they do that? Because they're mass producing this stuff off the backs of these Muslims they have in internment camps.